Good morning, happy Halloween, and welcome to the Hedonist Podcast. Just a quick pre-show announcement. Music, as always, is provided by Sam Natchison, aka Makeshift. Check us out on our blog, which is thehedonistpodcast.wordpress.com. You can like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/thehedonistpodcast. Or you can also follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/thehedonistpod. Anyway, time to get this started. Happy Halloween, you freaks.
Welcome to the Hedonist Halloween special.
Good evening.
Yes, quite welcome. With us here today, the mongoloid laughing right now is
Sam.
And the silent person that I shouldn't have introduced until she made a noise, but let's do it fucking anyway, is
Paige, who's not so silent anymore.
That is excellent.
Wonderful.
And yours truly, as always, is me, Frederick. And just a fair warning, we will have very explicit content, perhaps not in the way that Sam thought right away with his gasp, but it will include loads of words like fuck, shit, cunt and whatnot. So if you feel offended by that, or sensitive matters of any fucking kind, stick around, send us a tweet, send us a mail, comment on the fucking host service that we use for the podcast.
Share it on your Facebook and tell everyone how awful we are.
Start a fucking group, and then once you get the message across to us, we will send instructional videos on how you can go fuck yourself.
Honestly, very honored to be a part of a podcast that can have such a wonderful not safe for work warning. Very respectable.
Yeah.
True.
True. You know, you need to start it off right away that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to, Sam?
Not much. Still making music.
Still making music?
What you heard in the intro of this is a special Halloween song that I've written for the intro of this podcast, which I'm going to send to you. Yeah, I actually wrote it, so I'm going to send it to you tonight, Fred.
That would be fucking excellent.
Because it totally exists.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Otherwise, I'm using the "I'm Back" from Hamilton. your remix on that one. I thought that one was really cool.
Okay, well, I mean, it's up to you. You can pick whichever one you want.
We can put that one in the end.
Yeah. All right. You'll be back. That one. Yeah.
Yes.
It's very capable of taking every song everyone's ever loved and making it better. Somehow, it just happens.
Aww, that's a nice compliment. Thank you.
Very
welcome.
Nice compliment.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite all-time bands, Panic at the Disco. No judging here. Their most infamous song, he did a remix for, and fantastic work. Like, honestly, I'm so sick of that song, but Sam just rekindled my.
I could make up a song right here with a fucking bullshit melody dedicated to you, and it would go something like Dick, Rod, and Sam.
I was gonna drop a beat, but
you stopped, Fred.
Yeah,
I stopped.
Get a 4-chord shit going.
Yeah, but I don't know how to sing those 4 chords, to be honest. I mean, they're way too fucking happy. I'm too much of a miserable cunt to be able to sing such happy songs.
True.
You can just keep going down like
You got them right there.
Yeah, thank you.
How about you make up a song?
How about I can do... I don't know what the proper musical term is. That a melody? Is that not a beat? I don't know, but I could sing it for you.
That's a progression of notes.
Okay, I can sing the progression of notes. Thank you, Sam. And you can go ahead and add your own words. You wanna go for it?
I'll lay the beat down.
This sounds more like a rap.
Yeah. Ready? 5.
Let's do a spoken
3,
word out of
2,
this.
1.
So, this one day, I was sitting up at this fucking field in the mountains. Against me, I saw a fucking mountain lion. The evil tail that only mountain lion has. All of a sudden, from nowhere, Batman appears in his Batmobile. I'm completely lost. I'm not under enough influence.
It was going a very actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf Rob Cantor direction, and I was digging it, but...
Gnawing off your leg, it's Shia LaBeouf. Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Did I show you that?
I think Sander and Yogi showed me that.
Eating all the bodies.
Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, copyrights matter there. Well, I think that actually might fall under the fair use kind of shit.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. No, but anyway, fucking Sam, you had a couple of actual fucking ghost stories.
Yeah, to commemorate this Halloween special. I have a couple ghost stories from my childhood and from later on.
Horror stories or ghost stories?
Both.
Oh, we can...
Gore and horror.
¿Por qué no los dos, amigo?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. Is that even English? No?
If you can translate it.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
French.
It's a Romance language, so...
Alright, so the first ghost story. I was probably 12.
Yeah.
12 or 13.
Okay.
In those ages. And my friend Dario... Can you cut out the name, Frederick?
No, I mean...
Oh, it's not his last name?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, my friend Dario. Sorry. I'm still getting used to how podcasts work. All right. Anyway.
Happy Halloween.
So yeah, happy Halloween. So my friend Dario, and it was like his 13th birthday, and
Good mood lighting.
and he the entire day was sort of acting. I don't know. I was acting distant. Not the way he usually acts. We were fucking insane, the two of us.
So plot twist, he was the ghost. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but
No.
just calling out my predictions.
Nope.
This is not the Sixth Sense. This is the Hedonist podcast.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. I'm sorry, but I've always wanted to be a bit of a shit lord on the podcast. Is it okay if I take that out on you?
Absolutely. It won't be offensive to me.
Anyway, when I was telling my story, I didn't get to finish. Paige and Frederick. So, anyway, it was his 13th birthday, and he lived with his uncle and his grandma. And his parents had passed away before I knew him. And so we were hanging out. We were playing like Super Smash Bros. It was probably like Melee at the time. We were playing on GameCube, so Melee. And the entire day he was just being really weird, and like he didn't really want to play.
Alright, thank you. It smells like ramen though. I don't know why.
That's a very strange comment. Sorry for cutting you off this.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish my story.
And that won't.
So the night is coming to a close, and we go into his room, and it's like 10 o'clock, and we fall asleep pretty easily. And like 2 o'clock, 2:30 rolls around, and I can't show this to the listeners, but the way the room is set up, his bed was in the corner of the room, near the window, and I was in a sleeping bag next to his bed, and his bed wasn't too high up, so I could see him from where I was laying.
I can visualize this when I close my eyes. You're good.
Yeah, so I was sleeping right next to him in a sleeping bag and on a mattress, and I could see the clock right next to his bed too, where his lamp was. And I woke up, and I felt really just uncomfortable and weird, and like my skin was crawling. And I know this is such a typical ghost story trope,
cliche.
Like cold and cliche, but I mean honestly it's a cliche because there's a lot of cases where people felt that way, and I felt that way tonight. That night I was talking in as if I was there.
Not
which
tonight,
I was,
not while hanging out with the devil himself.
True.
You're just so in sync with him that you don't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Correct.
Me and Sam are menses are synced.
Yes. Oh, also, a little anecdote. I got a shirt. You know what Levians are, right? The Levian Church. Levian is the actual word for the Satanic Church.
Ah.
So I got a shirt that has the Louis Vuitton logo, and in the words that say Louis Vuitton, it says Levian.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, and only some people will get that. But anyway.
Well, everyone who's listened to this will.
Yeah, true.
You've seen the clock on the bed. You were getting the chills. The
Yeah. I get the chills.
The spoops were induced.
The spoops were
I need
induced.
to have you more often.
Wonderful.
You can keep track of our tangents.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm lying on the ground, and I wake up, and I notice that Dario was awake too, and he has this look on his face that's just it was really fucked up. I don't know how to describe it. It was like anticipation.
Knees weak.
Or what?
Mom spaghetti.
Arms sweaty. Is that even the right lyric?
Mom
I was gonna
spaghetti
say it.
And mom spaghetti. This mom spaghetti on
Knees weak. Mom spaghetti. Mom spaghetti. Spaghetti. Mom
it's
spaghetti.
so much more better when it's a British man saying it in a monotone.
True.
Yeah,
Mom spaghetti. So anyway, fuck you guys. God. So he's got this really fucked up look on his face, and it's really quiet, and I don't really know what to say to him because I feel weird, and I know he feels weird too, and it's sort of like this vibe that we had. And then all of a sudden we hear this on the door.
Was the door closed?
Yes.
Okay.
The door was closed. And I'm thinking, oh, it's Uncle Marion, oh, it's his grandma, you know. Your first instinct, even if you do feel spooked out, your first instinct as a human is like, not, it's a ghost! You never think that. You always think, oh, it's something real, because your brain wants to be able to comprehend what it is.
Especially if you're me and you don't believe in ghosts.
Exactly. So anyway, there's a knocking on the door, and Dario is like shaking at this point, and I think he knows. I think he knows what's going to come, and I found out later that he did know exactly what was going to come.
That's what.
Because it happened every single year.
Did it now?
Yeah, this exact time every year this happened.
That he was feeling like he was ready to come. That it was coming. I apologize. Continue.
So, anyway, eventually the door opens.
Uh-huh.
And I don't hear anything. Dario doesn't say anything, and there's just this silence. And eventually I work up the nerve to, like, say something to Dario. And I'm like, Dario, who is it? Nothing. No response from him. Dario, who is it? Nothing. No response. And as I hear the door opening a little bit more, I see Dario's eyes just pop open. And his mouth, his jaw just drops. Like slack-jawed.
And is he what is his position on a bed? Is his back...
He's sort of curled up.
Okay.
And facing the door.
Fetal position.
Fetal position. Well, not necessarily. Not exactly fetal position.
Just kind of
like
sleepy.
Towards fetal position.
Yeah, in that sense.
And his eyes are like bulging?
Yeah, his eyes are bulging.
Okay.
And I've never seen him ever make this expression unless he was like joking around. But I didn't get the feeling that he was.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of silence. And then I'm still looking at him because I don't want to look at the door. I have a bad feeling about it. And he's just like, instantly, he just goes, No, don't come in. Please don't come in. Please, just stay there. Another 15 seconds go by. No, don't, please don't come in, please. I don't want you to come in. Don't come in, please. Another 20 seconds go by and he says, Stop, please don't come in. And at this point, I have to look. I have to see what this is. My curiosity, and I'm a pussy. I am a pussy. Like, the reason I haven't looked for that long is because I was scared shitless.
I would be too, man.
And so I turned around, and there was this kid standing in the doorway. He had sort of inched his way closer, because I think that's, when Daria was saying don't, he was taking little baby steps. And there was this kid. And he had this really weird, wrinkly skin. And it didn't really look like he had fingers or toes. And his head was really swollen and just... I don't know. I can't... It's hard to describe. And his eyes were really beady. He didn't really have a nose, per se. And he was super skinny.
You must not be named.
Yeah, it does look like... It looks like the Voldemort
fetus?
baby. That's what he looked like. He looked like the little baby Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that I think of it, he looked a lot like that. But anyway,
Did you watch Harry Potter at that point in your life?
No, I don't... No, because the thing is, that movie hadn't come out yet. When I was like 12 or 13.
Really?
The movie where... Yeah, I don't think The Goblet of Fire had come out yet.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway... And I know you're a skeptic, and so you're trying to analyze it. But the thing is, 2 people saw this. It's not a hallucination from one person's mind. Because 2 people saw.
You need to finish.
I'll finish the story.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. So this thing is standing in the doorway, and he is making these hand signals. And it's sort of like he's just moving his hands in really bizarre directions, like he's trying to communicate. And I think he was trying to tell Dario something, and I have no idea what he was trying to say. And it got to the point where Dario was just like, you need to leave. I don't want to see you anymore. I don't like it when you come here. Please go away. I don't like this. And the thing, like, in what face that it had, you could tell that its feelings were hurt. And so it left, and it closed the door. And there was this silence, and Dario started weeping. And he was just so sad. Shaken, yeah. And I asked him who it was. And he said, I don't really know, but I think it's my little brother. And I was like, you don't have a little brother, dude. And he's like, no, I know. He died before he was born.
Fucking called it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's
the entire time I was thinking. Mm-hmm.
He's a stillborn baby,
Yeah.
and that's why he looked so wrinkled and shriveled up. And he was a stillborn, and he died with his mother.
Oh, okay.
And so there was this emotion, and I don't think the child knew why he was haunting Dario. I don't really think that because the thing is, the way I feel about ghosts, and also to conclude the story, eventually Dario talked to his uncle and his grandma, and they put the child to rest, and to this day, he hasn't seen the child anymore.
Put the child to rest? How do you mean?
They told him, like, we appreciate what you're doing, and what he was doing, he came every year on Dario's birthday to wish him happy birthday. So it was a nice ghost. It was a peaceful ghost.
Casper the ghost.
Yeah, Casper the...
The Casper the fetal ghost.
That's fucking dark. That is fucking dark.
I mean, what was this a hedonistic podcast? So
You're grasping the concept faster than all other guests I've had on thus far.
I'm a rather cynical person once you get to know me. At first, I'm like, I'm a super big white girl, but no, honestly, I'm a rather cynical person if I'm with the right people.
So anyway, yeah, that's basically the story. I talked to him about it just recently, actually.
Yeah?
And
That's
he
really
said,
cool that you're still talking to him.
well, yeah, we're friends. I mean, we used to be best friends.
Yeah.
And we grew apart during high school, because we were friends during elementary and middle school. And so we grew apart during high school. But yeah, that's my first story.
That actually was pretty fucking chilling.
Yeah, that was a little chilly for me, too.
Yeah. Second one's worse.
Second one's worse?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm looking
just a
forward to that.
friendly-
Let us discuss.
Yeah, let's
discuss this.
some
one
other-
a bit.
yeah.
Well, friendly reminder that pregnancy freaks me out even more so.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to have started my menstrual cycle today, and also just realized that I don't want kids just
Yeah.
because I don't like kids.
I'm
very
probably going
much.
to adopt kids.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was adopted.
Okay.
And I have a very strong emotional connection to adopting a child.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, there's a
also wanna
population crisis.
Yeah.
And why create another kid when you can
but I also
Yeah.
want to adopt. I'm figuring get like the sweatshop kids that made this leather jacket. You know,
Yeah.
you adopt them, let them say you're the best person in the world.
Absolutely. No, I have seen.
I'm
I'm not being
definitely
sarcastic.
stealing this. You
Yeah.
know, this is not my material.
Uh,
I wish I was half as good as fucking Bill Burr.
oh, was that Bill Burr?
Yeah. Yes. So I'm gonna get the sweatshop kid that made this shirt. Gonna go down there, pick him up, and if I just let him sit down, I'm instantly the best fucking person on the planet. Like, I get to sit down on the couch. Yeah, lay down, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm on a cloud. I'm on a cloud.
That's dark.
Second
That's
one.
dark.
Second one is like boy soldiers from somewhere in Africa, you know,
Yeah.
just for when the shit actually hit the fan.
Yeah.
You have the home field secured, you know,
Yeah.
52 confirmed fucking kills, and he's only 8.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yikes. Coney.
Yeah.
Cody 20's wild! Cody
Ice cream,
20's
ice
wild!
cream coney. Go to Baskin Robbins, get an ice cream coney. That was a personal inside joke with my friends and I.
Go get an ice cream coney.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was always all chocolate all the time.
Yeah.
A little bit of black rotten licorice sprinkled in there. It tasted like shit, the ice cream coney, but you know, go get an ice cream coney if you're into it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I never understood why it took until 2012 for people to actually start protesting against that cunt.
Yeah.
It was sort of like, I saw that and I was like, yeah, I've met fucking kids that was in his army like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they came to the areas where I lived. It was sort of like, now you're reacting to this shit?
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
like a Malcolm Gladwell tipping point kind of thing, where it only becomes viral at one point in time, and that's where it becomes relevant
Yeah.
to the rest of the world.
Like the lions. You remember how everyone was freaking out about the lions like 3 weeks ago, and then
Jesus
it was gone?
Christ.
What
Gone forever.
lions?
There's poaching in Africa.
Oh, you
tons of
know,
poaching.
like Cecil the Lion?
Yeah. And it's gone now. No
And
one cares anymore
Webkins
because
made
it's
a
not
huge
viral anymore.
thing.
Yeah.
I would know. My
No, but there
childhood.
was actually a fucking poacher who just got murdered over there.
Well.
Yeah.
By fucking lions.
Well,
The lions
Bondu-
fought back.
Karma,
It was sort
yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
fight the power!
Yeah, Toad. Yeah, Toad.
Yeah.
Bad day for a human is a good day for a big cat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably fucking nice. I mean, imagine that fucking lion. Like, the entire clan is telling me I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But I have a good feeling about this. What about the first guy who got us to eat the zebras? This is just a strange monkey that wears some sort of alternative skin. Let's just fucking bite him, see what he tastes like. I mean, they're easy to kill. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Very true.
Very true.
Anyways, as we digressed, discussion on the Sam story.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
No, fucking...
What do you guys think?
That was a little chilling, and like knowing
Yeah.
you and trusting you from how much I've known you in the little time that I've known you, Sam, since like what, Sunday. I'm still a skeptic, but if it happens to other people, I'm not going to doubt it because
Yeah.
I'm in no position to do that.
Well, the thing is, I didn't believe until these moments, you know? And even after this moment, I didn't believe in ghosts.
I have to say this, and I don't mean it as an insult to you, Sam, but I could definitely see some hardcore fucking Christians sitting there saying that. And that's why you shouldn't do abortion, kids!
Yeah, that's right.
Because those unborn babies, they're gonna haunt you.
Again, with the whole adoption thing.
Yeah,
exactly. A huge argument for that is there's so many unloved, uncared for children already. Why would you want to bring another one into the world where you can help others?
But the question is, how long time would it take them to acclimatize to the new environment? Let's say that you get a former child soldier. Let's say they get a kid who was forced to chop off the head of his father down in Syria because they refused to join ISIS, you know?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. How long time is it going to take for that fucking kid to just fucking do that switch around and be like, the world isn't all going to fucking kill me? It's just those guys.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I want to adopt, because my childhood, I'm not saying my childhood was as rough as that fucking shit, but at the same time, I didn't have the nicest childhood. It was actually pretty fucked. And so I am thinking about adopting a child who's like 8 or 9, who's been through hell and who knows hell. And if I adopt him or her, you know, they'd know, like, oh, this person has experience, you know, they could trust me. Because most people who adopt, they're just like, you know, they're... I'm not saying that they have any experience, like, growing up in it.
Think globally, act locally.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I think that would just...
brand new.
I think everyone should do that. But, I mean, there is that human instinct, like, oh, you know, spread my genes. I need my genes to, you know, I need a line of my heritage to go on. You know, that's like a human, that's an animal instinct that we have.
Those always survived.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys heard of the stoned ape theory?
No.
Basically, this is speculation by Terence McKenna. It was just thrown away when he came up with it. And then now scientists are like, he might have had a point.
Yeah.
Basically...
Isn't that usually how it goes?
Yeah. But basically, what the theory is about is that at some point when we left the trees, because Africa got a lot hotter and a lot more...
Africa is not, it doesn't have that many resources in comparison to the rest of the world. It's actually pretty scarce.
Yeah, but these monkeys, they leave the trees and they go out and they look for food because they've eaten out of trees all their fucking lives, all their fucking lines. And now all of a sudden they're on the fucking ground, scavenging. And under a piece of cow dung, they find mushrooms.
Yeah.
That looks pretty fucking tasty. And they take these mushrooms, which is psilocybin, and all of a sudden they get everything what mushroom affects me. I mean, I've read some serious clinical studies on this, and it sort of enhances all of your senses, your sense of taste, seeing,
and I can vouch
and
for that, absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, this kicked something into development in the brain of these fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
And they kept on eating psilocybin, you know, every once in a while, like some sort of ritual.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing the theory justice here, and basically what happened was that the brain went into hyper-evolution, because the evolutionary step from the primate that we share ancestry with, the chimpanzees and all the monkeys, shouldn't have evolved that quickly. Because look at the other line that came from that.
Yeah.
They didn't eat the mushroom. Our strange monkey forefathers, they ate the mushrooms. They got this fucking kick in the brain that expanded everything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was hyper-evolution on the brain.
Yeah.
Because humanity is, what, maximum 200,000 years old?
Maximum, yeah.
Some people say 150, some 125.
Yeah.
But I mean, the evolution of the human brain has been extreme. And I mean, you can attribute a lot to, you know, learning to use instruments and shit.
Yeah.
But at what point did they realize that, hey, I can take this fucking log that's burning because of the lightning strike, and I can cook over it?
Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did that idea come from? It must have come from the stoned ape theory, you know, the psilocybin-munching monkey.
Yeah.
According to the theory.
Right.
That I'm
I
not
would
doing
believe
justice.
that. I totally believe that.
I mean, it makes sense. It fits the bill.
Yeah, it's funny, because, I mean, I used to do a fuckload of shrooms. And, like, it's an interesting experience because your brain is working in ways that you've never ever experienced before. Like this, it's like it's your first step into humanity again. It's like being born again because your brain is doing something else. It's like your first steps with a brain, you know, like the first moments. And it's pretty crazy. I don't know if have I ever talked about my shroom trips on Hedonist?
I don't think so.
No?
We touched it. We touched our
The
briefs
time
on
one.
it.
Remember when I talked about the one where I was looping in time?
Yeah.
And I kept waking up in the car after
I
spending
think you
hours
told that
outside it.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, anyway, let me give a recap. So basically, I did some acid, and we didn't feel anything, me and this group of people. And the guy who sold it to us was tripping with us, and he was like, "I'm sorry, the acid was bunk, so I'm going to give you guys some shrooms for free." And we were like, "Okay, cool." So we did the shrooms, and then as soon as we went to Safeway to get water, the acid kicked in. And we were like, "Oh shit, we're about to Jedi flip," which is a term for shrooms and acid. And as soon as we stepped into the Safeway, it was a spaceship. Every other human was aliens, and they actually looked like aliens. And the Safeway actually looked like the mothership. And it was as if we'd never entered a Safeway before in our entire lives. And we were like touching things, and like we were terrified.
Oh my god.
And it got to the point where I looked at Clara, and I was like, "Okay, we have a mission. We have a mission we're going to do. Clara, you go get binkies so we don't bite our lips from grinding our teeth, right? Serena, you go get some water. Caitlin, I don't know. You stay here with me, right?" And fucking Patrick was doing, I think he was like doing whippets in one of the aisles. He was like taking fucking like whipped cream going, you know, and fucking getting high off that. He was the most suited. He was the drug dealer, so he'd been in this position before.
Oh, bless his
But
heart.
it got to the point where like, we were all like, "Okay, let's do it. Team, go." And then we forgot everything that we had assigned. And it was like, "Actually, you know what? Better idea, let's leave." And so we left. And anyway, as we're going home, as we're pulling up, I get out of the car, everyone gets out of the car, I go inside, I smoke a
that
couple
why-
cigarettes, I talk to my friend Patrick, and then I'm back in the car.
Is that why raver kids like have the binkies and
Yes,
shit?
yeah, it's so they don't bite their tongue off.
Ah, okay. Connections.
So anyway, I go inside, have a couple cigarettes, talk to Patrick, and then I'm back inside the car, and everyone's in the car. And we never left. We never left the car. And I was like, deja vu. Like, what the heck? Have we left the car yet, guys? And they're like, no, we just pulled up. Let's go. So I go inside, and I'm just like, I'm tripping out. I'm inside, and I'm like, I thought that we went inside. And so like I'm hanging out with everyone, and it's like I can't shake this feeling that like, what the fuck just happened? And then I'm back in the car, and we haven't left the car yet. And mind you, an hour has passed in my mind.
Yeah.
But literally 2 seconds has passed for everybody else. And I'm literally, this is what I look like to everyone. "Oh yeah, okay, let's..." "Are we back in the car?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, okay, let's go." "Are we back in the car?" You know, and it's like, that happened 8 or 9 times. And by the end of this thing happening, I had spent 8 hours. Fucking, not 8 hours, but it was like, it was 30 times 8.
It
Something,
felt like 8
it felt like it was
140 hours.
240 hours?
30 times 8?
125,000.
Well, it's 30 minutes.
100
Minutes. Anyway, so yeah, this thing happened, and then eventually I actually went inside, and I was like, "Okay, this feels real. This is real," and it didn't happen again. But you know, it was just incredible. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely incredible that my brain was literally projecting 30 minutes of time onto me in 2 seconds, and it was actually 30 minutes. Like I would have full-blown conversations with people during this, like removed from existence thing that's happening.
Yeah.
And literally, the entire endeavor of getting me inside took about 30 seconds. But for me, it was hours.
Yeah.
It was an hour-long process, or hours of just me going inside, doing things, and then being back in the car, going inside, doing things, getting back in the car. And it was insane.
I would say that this is a better proof of the supernatural than seeing an actual dead baby ghost.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's pretty interesting.
Because this is actually attainable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying to anyone, go out and fucking do acid.
That's
and
what I'm
shrooms.
saying. I'm saying do that.
The hedonist does not support partaking in this unless people really want to. Because
I'm
in
Sam
that case,
Natchison. I'm not affiliated with a hedonist, and I say do it. Fuck it. Life's too short, man. Do it once. Do shrooms once, man.
Yeah, but don't mix it.
No, mix it. Fuck it. Dude, I wouldn't have had that trip if I didn't mix. You know,
What
I would have
would-
just been like, ooh, I like touching people. Oh, when my head gets scratched, it feels nice. You know, there's a certain level of stupidity
So
that you
high?
get to. Yeah, basically.
So like marijuana.
Yeah, essentially. Shrooms is like marijuana plus. You know.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've
if
kinda
marijuana
heard.
is the iPhone 4, shrooms is like the iPhone 6 Plus.
Why the fuck are you backing Apple? They
what's the
release
5C?
shittier and
It was
shittier
just an
shit.
example.
It was a yeah.
If that is iPhone 4, then that is the iPhone.
Okay, you want to
6S.
do? We can do Samsung Galaxy 4, and we could do Samsung Galaxy 6 Note. We could go there.
Okay, this is loads of money that we aren't getting for actually mentioning these names.
So then, pick an example.
I love Nintendo games. Have you guys played the Nintendo Wii U? Wow!
My favorite game is Super Smash Bros.
Wow!
4.
I mean, seriously. I mean, what are they doing? They're crazy. They're so good.
Have you checked out the DLC yet?
Oh,
all of the new
man.
DLC.
Give me a cigarette, Fred.
how about you go fuck yourself?
Thanks for giving it to me.
Fuck. It's through my light as well. That was
The hedonist is secretly a kind
secretly
Cult.
a kind
Group.
cult.
group. I don't know, what would you call the group of hedonists?
A group of hedonists would be. Ooh, that is actually quite the question. I don't know what
We
it
would
is.
be, well, we would be hedonites.
Yeah,
Hedonites?
And then, well, that would be singular, and then hedonai would
yeah.
be plural. But
Sounds
hedonites.
like the
If you think of it as a country,
Yeah, if you think of it as a country, I don't know if there is an actual, people who believe in Marx or Marxists. I don't think there is that in the Epicurean theory.
anyway.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear my second ghost story?
Yes.
I'm down.
All right.
And I mean, we got a bit of creepiness with the fucking Jedi flip.
Yes. Yeah.
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 So I got creepy stories out the ass.
Yeah.
Alright,
Up
so
the wazoo.
wazoo wazoo.
I'm sitting here as some sort of skeptic cunt, just waiting for details that I can, call bullshit on.
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
completely honest.
Yeah. There's not a lot of details you can call bullshit on.
I
in my
know,
stories,
because
though.
everything is, a personal anecdote.
Yeah.
The only thing that I could actually say to disprove you, which wouldn't actually disprove you, is, are you sure that you guys didn't just have a collectivized dream or something like that?
It was, the thing is, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought we were both just tripping out, but he said to me, and this is the first reason why it was real to me, or at least I think it's real.
Yeah, but have you thought about the possibility of, let's say, parental abuse is a strong word for this, but they scare up the kid, if
Yeah,
they
but
are
I mean, the thing
very
is, we saw the exact
were
same
the parents,
thing.
Yeah,
We
but
saw
were the parents religious?
the grandma was, not the uncle.
Okay. Because it feels like something that this fucking Christian fundamentalist would scare his small kids with, Don't do abortion because this will happen and this will
then
happen.
and then the
that-
hallucination.
yeah.
The thing is, I'd never heard any of that. And he'd actually never told me this story, so I didn't have a preconceived idea of what this was.
Yeah, and
You know?
that is where that questionnaire form falls
No,
completely.
Which more evidence for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And the thing is, I could
absence of
call him
evidence,
right
I guess,
now, and he
yeah.
could be a guest appearance on the Hedonist and say, "Yeah, it fucking happened. It was awful."
Yeah, no, I believe that you guys actually had it happening to you. It's just that I'm explaining my mindset.
Yeah, sure. As a skeptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally understand. I've still a little bit of a skeptic.
I
don't want to
actually
think that it's
prefer-
real because
Yeah.
I want there to be a scientific explanation, but
But-
I've drawn up blank.
Yeah, I
haven't found
actually
one.
prefer skeptic.
I'm the skeptic here.
Yeah.
I would say that skeptic is pretty fucking gender neutral and sex neutral. So, you're a skeptic.
Interesting. So you're one of those people.
I'm an egalitarian. You
Period. You don't have to explain yourself further. I know how you're gonna explain yourself. No worries.
No, I believe in complete fucking gender neutrality because I believe that women aren't mentally retarded. I believe that women can do anything that they set their mind to. Sometimes with more effort within certain fields than a man, but it's completely fucking possible.
Like menstrual cycles.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
Anyway,
biological
I
Yeah.
am.
biological
that
issues.
was where I was going. It's
Yes.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's connected with the dead baby story.
Exactly.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh dear Christ. Should I cue up?
Get wrecked.
Oh, absolutely smashing. And quite appetizing as well. I'm thinking about that. I want a bloody steak right now. It's blue red, just a little surface.
A little rare.
So anyway, I was driving up in the mountains with my friend Max. We were going to a house party, my friend Alexandra's house, and her father was a, what do they call it? Not a contractor, but he was a construction worker. He built houses for a living. Mm-hmm. He built people's houses. He was one of those contract workers.
Was he an architect? Or
architect, but I mean less the mind and more the physical.
Yeah, he was like a shift leader.
Yeah, he was huge in like getting paid to build people's houses, and he had a team.
Yeah,
so he built his own house. He built his own house at the very peak of like the highest Santa Cruz mountain. And my friend Alexander, who went to West Valley College, lived there. Yeah, huge commute. But it was worth it, dude. So this house is gorgeous, gigantic mansion on top of the mountain. And so my friend Max and I were driving up this road to her house. And of course we get lost, hopelessly lost. And we're going up, and my GPS is cutting out because we're in the mountains. And there's no fucking service.
So you had it on the phone.
Yeah, and we had it on the phone,
like
and that cut out too.
You are.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're driving, and we know we're driving in the wrong direction. The GPS is not working on, and I had a fucking Garmin. The GPS that you plug in. I had a Garmin, and it wasn't. Both of our phones weren't working, and the Garmin wasn't working. It just couldn't find us.
Huh.
So we were driving. And we're listening to the radio, and the radio starts cutting out, and it's like, fuck, great, we don't have music anymore. And then the weirdest thing happens. I actually had a Civic. It was not this Civic.
Yeah.
This is the same model of Civic I had about 5 years ago. 4 or 5. No, longer. Like 5 or 6 years ago. But anyway, I had this exact model, and his name was Ridge. That was the name of the car. And
you name your cars?
Yeah, I named my car.
Huh.
This is the Stealth Corvette. It's a Corvette that's in stealth mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stealth Corvette.
Definitely.
So anyway, we're driving, and all the electrical shit in my car starts fucking just going haywire. And the worst part about that is that the road is so narrow and it's so windy that if the headlights were to go out, we would surely drive off a cliff. Because right next to us is the wall, just a wall of the mountain, and next to us is another wall going down.
Yeah.
So we're driving down that, and the fucking car is going insane.
As in, what's physically happening?
The electric shit.
The electrical stuff. So the radio is like the numbers are vibrating.
Yeah.
Where the speedometer is, the electrical numbers are all going crazy, and the headlights are flickering a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we get to a straight way.
Yeah.
And the lights turn off, and Max immediately slams on the brake, and we're just sort of sitting there, and I'm like, oh shit, this has never happened to me before. Obviously, like I said before, you never think ghost, you always think, oh, something real that's happening.
Yeah.
Something legitimate.
Something logistically fixable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so he turns off the car, and he's the one driving.
Yeah.
By the way, he's trying to turn on the car, and the headlights turn on, and the car doesn't. And about 100 feet ahead of us...
Slenderman!
No, a woman. There's a woman in this sort of Victorian getup, and I can't... The viewers won't be able to see this, but she's sort of standing in the road and looking around like...
The fuck is this?
Like, where am I?
Steel
like,
horse.
She has no idea where she is, why she's there. She's as confused as we are. And of course, we're not like, oh, spooky, scary ghost. We're like, what is this tweaker doing in the middle of the road? What is this cosplay fucking tweaker doing here?
It's a Ren fair that's tripping balls.
Yeah, there's a fucking Renaissance
acid.
fair where this bitch got super drunk, and so we start honking, and she's not responding. And then the lights turn off again. We turn them back on. We turn them back on after about 30 seconds, and she's gone, and we're like, oh, thank God. We don't have to run over the tweaker bitch. So we keep driving. We drive for about 30 more minutes, and it feels like we're going the right way. It's still sort of the straightaway, so it's like a highway.
Yeah.
And so we are thinking, okay, our GPS should be coming back soon. And the lights go out again, and screeching on the brakes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh, this is actually spoopy. I'm getting chills.
And we turn the
I like
lights
it.
back on, and she's about 50 feet closer. And at this point, we're like, this is something.
Yeah, because how the fuck did she teleport?
Yeah, there's no way. It was, and we were like, it must be someone different. There must be a costume party. And the thing is, your brain will always try to find rational explanations. You know, because your brain doesn't want to be like, okay, this is paranormal.
Yeah.
Your brain doesn't want to hear that. It doesn't want to think that because that takes us out of our safe place.
Certain people
do, but not me and not Max.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting there and we're just like, how does she do that? You know, and like, there's no way.
She has a jetpack. She has a fucking jetpack.
We were thinking like maybe she had a bike, but no, we didn't see any other cars. There's one road. It's one road.
Tweaker pages.
And so the lights go out again. We turn them back on. She's gone. So we keep driving. We're driving for another 30 minutes, and it feels like this road is like not changing.
Did everything else come back on, like your radio? Anything?
Afterwards.
After the tweaker
bitch left. And so we're driving, and the lights go out again.
Yeah.
Slam on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we don't want to turn the lights back on. We don't want to turn the car on. We just want to sit there forever.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like we would rather sit here in the darkness until daylight than turn the car back on.
Yeah.
And so we actually do that. We don't actually wait until daybreak because it starts to get really, really cold, and we need the heater on because it's freezing inside the car.
Yeah.
So we turn the lights on. Once again, the viewers aren't going to be able to see this, but imagine my car is us.
Yeah.
It's about right here.
So she's about like 3 meters away, like 9 feet.
Yeah.
So in English, not English, in American, that's
Imperial
probably about
system.
15 feet.
15 feet, yeah.
15?
15 feet.
That is like fucking 3 meters. I thought like a meter was like 3 feet.
Yeah, I'm trying to like...
No, wait, that is not correct.
I'm trying to figure...
I'm fucking 6'3".
Yeah, because I'm figuring he's about like, what, 6'2"?
1.5,
6'1.5". Okay, so then you put Sam face down and multiply him a couple times how much that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 Sams.
So it's about 15 feet.
Yeah, about 15.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Two
she's about
units
there,
of sand.
and we can see every detail on her dress now. And she is filthy.
Yeah.
And the thing is about ghosts, they don't look like the way they do in the Hollywood movie where they're like
Bollywood movie where they just
yeah,
break out in
dun, 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 yeah.
I don't know what I to get, and I don't know what I to get, and I don't know what I to get, but I'm getting hungry.
Welcome to the Hedonist Podcast. So dun 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 racism. So
that was not racist. I'm expressing my admiration for the Indians.
Okay.
I love their
For the
fucking-
whatever you
culture.
say.
Yes.
So we see her dress, and there's mud all over the bottom of it, like she's been walking for fucking days.
Because she's straight up.
And like I said, in the Hollywood movies, you can see through them, and they're like blue and glowy and floaty. No, they look like real people.
Yeah.
They look real. And so she's looking around. She's still confused, like the last 2 times, but she's closer. And the car light turns off again.
I would like fucking flip. I'd be like, where's this bitch? She's gonna kill me?
Yeah. And so we turn on the car. She's gone. And at this point, we're fucking losing it. I mean,
Oh my god.
I cannot explain to you. My fucking every organ was just in my throat, and like
I'm
you
coughing
can't
out of
even scream.
excitement
You
here.
cannot scream. Like you are so in shock that your body you can't breathe.
I used to feel that sensation like when I was younger in my dreams.
Yeah,
Like I think it's like some of sleep paralysis, but also in my dreams I would want to scream and I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
So that's the feeling. That is exactly the feeling that you get when you see one of these things. So we're driving.
Again.
And, yeah, we're driving
You're
again,
like,
and
"Fuck
actually
this
we
shit, I'm
find
out."
we find the right road. We find Bear Creek, which is the road that she lived on.
Yeah.
We find Bear Creek, and we're like, oh, finally, fuck it. So we're driving up this hill, and the lights turn off again.
Like a car, like the ghost just like grabbed onto your trunk and was like straight up chilling.
Yeah, the car turns off, the lights turn off, and we know what's going to happen. we know what's going to happen when we turn the lights on.
Oh my god, stop.
And so we do it. We turn the lights, and she's on the hood.
Oh my god!
This close to my face. And she's staring at me. Sit up. You have to see this.
Yeah?
Staring at me.
Okay.
On the hood.
Now I'm getting I don't know, the skeptic Nick
this
is...
close to my face.
That is
staring
beautiful.
At me, fucking, like,
Honestly, now... Like, all shits aside, honestly,
Yeah,
the situation...
Right now, he was...
So let me-
reenacting. I have the same car, so I was reenacting where she was on the
Let
car.
me clarify the fact that we are kind of in a weird kind of... Lots of trees around us, it's dark. What is it? It's about 3... It just turned 3 a.m. and...
Yep.
Everything's dark and Sam just dumped in my face, so that's primarily why I screamed, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
that was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I hope I'm giving you guys at home the chills, man.
Yeah.
I mean...
That was great effect.
Yeah.
I
So,
just wanna hug.
that was the last time we saw her. The car turned off promptly. We turned it back on.
What did you do?
Okay, yeah.
So I screamed and nothing fucking happened to
Yeah.
me, so I can only imagine.
It's the same thing with no sound, like
Yeah.
like you're choking. You know, like it's.
You laugh until it happens to you, man.
Yeah, seriously.
No, I would fucking laugh my
No, you would not. You would not.
Yes,
I guarantee you.
I would think that. Okay, I took some serious shit back then.
I guess so. I don't know.
Well, you guys
would
are
be my
both in,
first
like,
reaction.
And we were both sober as well. Just
Yeah,
so you all
you-
know, we were
you-
sober.
Because you have to like drive up
Yeah,
Santa
mountains,
Cruz
we didn't
Mountains to
drink
actually get to the
sober.
party.
We were sober.
I'm never sober.
I'm usually never sober either, but yeah. Paige, you look freezing.
Low key. Yeah.
Low key freezing.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's been hot in California for the past 20 years.
How many minutes are we at?
We're at 40 something.
Okay, just a little bit longer.
We need to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Halloween, the special in the Halloween special.
The Halloween
Yeah,
special.
true.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Halloween and Halloween.
that's that. Oh yeah, and so the end of the story. Basically, we were grabbing each other in the car, and I was like squeezing his
Ooh,
leg.
this is kinky now.
Yes.
No.
I didn't know you had a
and the
fetish
only
for
thing
dirty
missing
Victorian
is,
women.
Yeah.
The only thing missing is, that fucking sensual guitar.
The fucking Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. Wow.
And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Wow,
Or
come
else
on.
like fucking Barry White, like, ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how it is, girl.
Right, when I watch with both mine eyes.
It's funny. You can turn anything sexual into horror, Fred, just by speaking.
Also, the fact that unconsensual sex, anything related, is also
Scary.
kind of horrifying.
Yeah,
For
terrifying.
any gender, any victim.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a little statement here. I only believe in biological sexes and different personalities. The science isn't fully back with what it is, and now it probably never will. Which I'm a bit disappointed about, because I was actually curious about the science behind it.
There's some History Channel documentaries. Go.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna pee over here.
Okay, go right ahead.
About what? The science of
Yeah,
sex?
the science behind what it is in one's brain that triggers, I don't feel like a man if you're born as a biological man.
Oh, are we talking about transgender
Transsexuals.
transsexuals? Transylvania. I'm not the person to talk to. I'm a cisgendered female, and I really cannot.
I can't believe that you will use that term about yourself.
I want to be at least as politically correct as I can on any podcast where my voice is going to be recorded. So it's in due respect to all the transgender people watching
Why
this
would you want to be
podcast.
politically correct on a hedonistic podcast? That doesn't make sense. You're censoring yourself. I thought that you got this entire thing. With hedonism, being cynical and all. I thought you understood it.
I understand. Well, you asked me for an opinion, and I
Yes, but
responded to it.
But you keep on degrading yourself with these fucking comments that are made up by fucking psychopaths.
So I use one adjective about myself, and then this digresses into what is currently happening. Hello, Sam. I hope you enjoyed your
It was a very nice pee.
urea excretion.
Yep. Well, when you put it like that, I'm horrified.
Uric excretion is what you
Uric
just
excretion?
experienced.
Uric excretion?
UREIC.
That
I'm probably...
sounds like an STD.
Well,
I mean, in all honesty,
Have you guys ever heard, dude,
like a
fucking
fucking
STDs
flotation.
sound like Harry Potter spells. Gonorrhea! Chlamydia! Yeah. They all sound like Harry Potter spells. Yeah.
Anti-immunodeficiency syndrome!
I fucking love that shit, man. That's like one of the funniest things I've ever thought of.
I mean, if you ever end up having an STD or really terminal STD, you could just, like, be fucking, well, I'm actually... I've been
wizard.
cursed. I've been cursed by the dark
Yeah,
lord.
man. Yeah.
I've been cursed, but he shall not be named with his terrible ailments. He came to me one night, and he took his wand, and he pointed it to my winky.
Stop! Stop!
Then he
Fred!
mumbled a few words, and all of a sudden...
We'll be right back to the Hedonist podcast after these messages.
Exactly what are you implying,
He's still
Sam?
going.
Is your story over, Sam?
Mostly. Yeah, we go to the house. Oh, this is the best part about the story.
Yes.
I completely forgot. Okay, so we make it up to
No
the
more
house.
jump
We never
scares?
see her again. There's no more jump scares.
Okay.
And we go to the house, and everyone's like, dude, you guys are like 2 hours late. We're like, we know.
We've been through some shit.
Yeah, and so it's like, we're telling everyone, and Alexandra, the hostess, the host of the party, she comes down and she's like, she starts listening to us, and then she's like, hold on, stop. And then she runs into another room, and her dad comes out,
Yeah.
and she's like, Dad, okay, listen to this. And then she's like, start from the beginning. And so we start.
Dad knows his shit.
So we start telling the story, and he's just standing there with like wide open eyes.
He's not the only one.
And he's like, he listens to the whole thing and he doesn't say a word. And then at the very end, he's like, yeah, I've seen her too.
That's my wife.
I've seen her.
No, it
too,
wasn't his
man.
wife. It wasn't his wife. But he saw her in the 70s when he was first moving up here.
Yeah.
That was his first experience with her in
Wow.
the 70s. And she's been doing this to people driving around alone in the woods for, at that point,
fuck
over 40
me, I'm getting the shivers right now. Fuck you, Sam.
It's also
Fuck
very
you.
cool.
Hedonists can feel the spooks too. Everyone, no one is immune to the spooks.
Yeah.
I would rather fucking fall asleep to a creepy narration of the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh, God. That one's so scary, man.
That
I
would
hate that.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, don't
Oh.
look it up. You don't want
You
to.
look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, you
Look
do.
it up.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
get a really bad trip and I'll be in the middle of the night and I'm home alone and...
Just find a narration of it. Find the creepiest voice
Yeah.
you can find.
There's one
So
that I really.
yours.
Yeah.
I should perhaps read
You
that.
should do this.
If
Russian
you wanna
sleep
go-
experiment.
The
This-
Russian sleep experiment.
Oh, you should do it in a Russian accent too.
That would be very good.
Yeah.
The Russian sleep experiment.
So is
You
this a
spiel.
real thing? Is this a creepypasta?
It's a creepypasta.
It's a creepy.
But it is actually, it's based on truth. It's based on a true story. Ish.
You mean people would just go on the internet and lie? People do that?
No,
Oh my God.
the internet.
I'm a representative from Tumblr, and I resent that.
It's a quote from Arthur the Children's Show when Buster is like having a realization
Oh,
about
shit. About the internet?
the realization, the credibility,
The internet
and
is for
sourcing.
porn.
The internet is
for
for porn. Grab your dick and double click for porn. Porn, porn. Porn, porn. The internet is for porn. Yeah.
And that was our Avenue Q interlude, thanks to Sam and...
That might actually get us sued.
His name's Frederick, by the way.
I know,
yes.
I was gonna say Fred, but then... It
Frederick,
paused.
whatever.
I mean,
This is his first time meeting Paige, by the way,
yes.
so forgive her.
so this is our mystery, completely unknown mystery that's not a celebrity guest. Sam rang me up. I've been trying to reach Sam all fucking day.
Of course.
And then Sam rings me up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I left my phone in the car and it was basically dead. And by the way,
Why am I from Louisiana?
Yeah. American Aston! They're from the South.
Yeah.
that's the only one
Or
that
the
I can
Valley.
do properly."
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God, there's no in between.
Let's go to Chipotle.
I love Chipotle's
Chipotle.
life.
Yeah. White girls.
Wait.
Paige.
I
Don't
think I
take
can
it.
actually
It's your
do a
stereotype.
fucking somewhat alright
Okay.
Italian accent, you know?
Oh,
Forget
tell
about
you.
it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I tell you.
I played on a
Hey,
lot
Tony!
of
Hey, Tony! Call him a
What?
cab. Get him some coffee.
Hey, Bill. I'm telling a story, alright?
It's 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100.
You see, as soon as you try to get out, they pull you right back in again.
Is that Godfather?
No, that's Carlito's Way.
Oh, okay.
Also spoofed a lot in Sopranos.
I see. I see.
One of the guys, his tagline is that, you know, do the fucking line. It's like, okay. As soon as I try to get out, they pull me right back in again.
So, anyways, any more spooky stories? Any final?
Yeah, I got one more.
wrap-ups?
I got one more
You
for us.
have one more. Can I just body
Yes.
warmth?
Yes, body warmth. Come here.
This is so
Pull your
cute.
dicks out. Me and Sam are embracing.
Aww.
Okay, come
Aw.
Now imagine that Marvin Gaye.
No. Stop. No. Stop. STAHHP.
PLS.
PLS.
Okay, PLS.
So-
Sorry, I need to enunciate towards the microphone.
Yeah, but,
So anyways.
but I'm just figuring with this fucking dad. What did he have any research on the fucking subject?
No,
there was a fucking woman out there.
there is no record of this woman out there. There's no people have
70s.
talked about her, but it's not the biggest ghost. It's not one of the most haunted places because not a lot of people have seen her.
What's the most haunted place in the U.S.?
That is the OK Corral in Arizona. There is a sheriff who
We need to go there.
the OK Corral. Yeah, let's go.
We need to go
You
there.
can go there and you
Happy
can
Halloween.
visit. Yeah, seriously. OK Corral, go there.
Yeah, go to fucking OK Corral.
Yeah, it's
especially
by
if you're in that
it's
area in
by
Arizona.
Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise, Arizona.
One of the most redneck places in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. The most
Surprise,
decoupled-
Arizona. Yeah, the OK Corral. Yeah. So anyway, the OK Corral. So my third story is actually not a ghost story.
It's just a.
It is a UFO.
UFO.
I've seen a UFO.
Oh, I have a UFO story.
I also have a-
Cool.
Wonderful.
Fuck yeah, we should tell those now.
Rad.
Yeah,
So
but
anyway,
you go ahead with yours first.
so I was hanging out with a huge group of people on top of the parking structure in Santa Clara, and a lot of people were smoking weed, but I don't smoke, so I was just sort of chilling by my car.
I mean, who smokes weed?
No one, not
Yeah.
a single person.
Not a
No.
single one.
But anyway,
Absolutely.
so I'm hanging out there, and I'm just sort of looking at the stars. This is a really quick one too. It's not too long. But I'm looking at the stars, and I'm just sort of thinking. I'm really getting really introspective, and I'm just looking at the stars, and it's a beautiful night. You can see every single star in the sky.
You'll have to tell me where you are, not pinpoint this location, but you'll have to tell me later.
Okay, for sure. But anyway, we're on top of the Santa Clara parking structure, and I'm just looking at the stars, and I see
There's the
something,
location.
and it sort of just comes into view, just sort of just I can't explain how it does it, but I can make the sound, and you can get the idea. But it's like, and it just sort of zooped into existence. It zooped into
You know what zoop is in French, right?
What?
It's a skirt.
Oh,
So it's skirted into...
it's skirted. Well,
That's skirt, like a skirt the garment, or like the skirt
skirting
the bird?
around.
Skirt the garment.
Okay.
You can also
Les
skirt
zoop,
around.
I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, this blue.
Don't quote me on that.
It's a big blue object, and it's not big, but it's big in comparison to the stars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is that a fucking planet? Like, is there an eclipse that's happening? Because once again, you never think supernatural.
Yeah.
You always think logic. And so I was like, oh, is that a fucking planet? Is that like Venus or something? Like, I don't know. I don't know anything about astronomy. So, yeah, that was my first impression. And then it moved. And it just sort of, it was like right there, and it went like this.
Think typical
And then-
UFO description.
Gone.
Typical descriptions of UFO movements here.
Sam straight up
And zipping around.
drew a triangle with his
Yeah, I drew a triangle in the sky.
so
And then
Illuminati.
Yeah, Illuminati confirmed, 2015. Hedonist podcast,
Yes.
Illuminati confirmed.
We've confirmed that
I
you're
was thinking to
breaking
myself-
the conditioning.
I was thinking to myself, what technology do we have on this planet that can gain acceleration instantly and then stop without falling out of the sky? Nothing. There's no technology that can do that. And I was like, okay, so I saw a UFO. Not necessarily alien, but an unidentified flying object.
So Rick and Morty.
Probably alien.
It was probably Rick and Morty, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was looking around like, if I don't find somebody else in this group who saw this, I'm going to be called a liar for the rest of my life. And so I looked around, and at the exact same time, my friend Andrea was looking around too, because she didn't want to be called a liar either. And so we make eye contact, and I'm like, you bitch, over here, right now, bring that ass right here, and we're talking about what the fuck we just saw. And she's like, boy, I am walking to you right now. And so we start freaking out about it. And it was like, did you see that? And it's like, is there any technology? And I'm like, no, there's none. Like, who could? Like, we were having the exact same thoughts after seeing it. And everyone else, of course, now is completely just so curious about what happened. And like, we tell them, and they're like, yep, that's it. I mean, and fucking my friend Brian is like totally into like, he's a big redneck, and he's totally into the army, so he knows all of the cool
I'm
space.
totally freaking out about fucking aliens right now.
Yeah.
Aliens.
So yeah, that's my story.
No, I'm tripping a bit here. I need to check the sky just to make sure that we don't have any fucking intruders. I am in California after all.
Especially like the highest point of this campus right now, where all the planetary shit goes on.
Yeah,
like,
that's the observatory right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're right by the observatory. First contact, Hedonist, 2015. Halloween.
Definitely isn't first contact though.
Well, first confirmed contact.
Yeah.
Before the Men in Black come and get us.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys heard of the actual Men in
dude,
Black?
yeah, the video, the twins.
Holy
the guys,
fuck.
they have no eyebrows, no hair, fucking crazy blue eyes, and they like speak in rhythm with each other, and they're like robotic.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
No, shit. Have you guys read about the Black Knight satellite?
No? Oh, yes! The
Yeah.
Black Knight. Yeah.
I really hope that actually is an alien object.
Yeah, then
I
it's
hope that
caught in orbit.
all debunks of it proves to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because what if it is a fucking alien object that's circulating, studying us,
Yeah.
waiting until we are worthy to just divulge its information?
Yeah.
Or obliterate.
Or obliterate us.
Yeah, right now they're probably debating, like, do they fucking deserve to survive?
Well, there's some three fucking idiots sitting around a table talking about us right now. Is that enough? No, Frank, it's not enough. We came to this solar system. We wanted to fucking see if they're
Hey,
intelligent.
Louis, here's the deal, okay? They're sitting talking about us, but one of those fucks is actually hoping that we're here. That's fucking first sign
Yeah.
of some form of
I don't think they should be.
intelligence.
I don't think they should talk like that. I think they should be redneck. Hey, Cletus! Hey, Cletus, get Bob in here.
Or like the social justice aliens were like, see, I'm an alien Galliantarianist, and I think that since they were here and they made their own technology just like us, I think they have every right that we do to exist.
Yeah.
Are you speaking about Sweden?
I mean,
hands. I need
where are you
warm hands.
from? Yeah, me too.
I'm
Thanks
part
for
Swedish, part
peeing
Norwegian.
And then grabbing my hands, by the way.
I don't
Much
touch my
appreciated.
penis when I pee. I touch my underwear.
I wouldn't believe that.
No, I can show you. Fred, you want to see my dick?
I don't want to see a dick.
Okay, well, then believe me. Just trust me. I don't touch my penis.
I
don't
mean,
touch
you
it.
should
Okay, I'll show you.
I got the old man whistle. But anyway, you should technically wash your hands before you touch your wiener. In all honesty. Because all the fucking shit and grime that you touch on your way to that fucking bathroom,
True.
and you're
True.
putting it on your fucking dick, and you wash your hands after you've touched
You
like
want
the
girls-
Welcome
one
to the
clean-
Hedonist Podcast.
the one clean thing on your fucking body that you have just contaminated with shit.
Hey
You have
girl, wanna suck
Ebola.
my jank ass dick?
Yeah.
You have fucking
It's
Ebola
disgusting.
on there
There's
now.
probably 23,000 kinds of bacteria on my dick after doing that.
Must have the best immune system.
Hey.
Hey. Anyways.
No, but fucking UFO stories. I have a couple.
Ooh.
I have one. It's not nearly as great, but I still don't have an explanation for it.
Okay,
I
well,
should
ladies
know.
first then.
Or, sure.
Then go, Frederick. Go on.
Okay. I don't technically identify as a woman per se. I'm identify more as a transracial
homosexual,
Stop.
transsexual.
Stop while you're ahead,
I identify as Wolfkin.
So,
I identify as a half pony, half
so
vampire.
actually, you will have to call me Tyrell from now on.
The fucking video of the kid who they do the newscast on the kid, and he's like, yeah, I identify as a wolf, and I just look like a human. He just like howls at the camera.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Tumblrism. It is a fucking internet aristocrat, Mr. Matoker, who created those things and found those things and put them out to the internet.
yeah.
It is so fucking brilliant. And the fucking girl who thinks she's a fucking cat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, she's as...
Are you shivering?
No?
These people
You
are
are.
some special kind of retards. I mean, if you're tripping balls every once in a while and you get the impression that, oh, I'm a cat, I can forgive that. But if you're stone fucking sober and you live under the fucking delusion that you are a cat 24/7, you're a fucking retard and you should be removed from the gene pool.
Or mentally just handicapped.
Yeah.
Exactly. They shouldn't be allowed
Removed
to
from the
procreate.
gene pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Christ, Frederick.
They shouldn't be allowed to procreate.
Oh my god. What? You don't think we need cat people?
No!
Why should-
I just get a fucking cat.
Just adopt an 8-year-old African fucking
Warlord.
warlord.
And then he will go, okay, I'm cat now.
Yeah.
And then as you try to explain
And-
that he's not a cat, all of a sudden he starts talking through his fucking eyebrows. He's having a fucking episode, starting sharpening the Panera stick.
God damn it. The hell, man?
Welcome to the Hedonistic
Yeah,
Podcast.
this podcast. I'm your host, crazy man person.
I don't know where that came from.
I do. It came from hell.
Are you making excuses for yourself?
No, I'm not. I just don't know where that came from. In all honesty, it's sort of like I've been single and bitter for quite a while of my life.
That correlates to what you just said.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, because instead of going, yeah, I probably shouldn't say so, I go like, fucking say it
But
and
you
see
could date
how people
someone-
will react.
Be in a relationship with someone as cynical as you, and then you could have said the exact same thing under the same exact conditions. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in a relationship.
True.
Does it, per se?
True.
True.
I would argue otherwise.
But I mean,
I think so.
technically,
Although I wasn't
my
really
longest
listening.
relationship
So
in my life
that
has
might
been
be
a
one of the
month.
reasons why I agreed.
My longest fucking relationship
Honesty.
has been a month.
2 years and a month.
2 years and how the fuck can you stand being with people for that long?
I was single.
I got you all beat.
7 out of 8 of the semesters I was in high school, I had a boyfriend. It was fucking awful. Don't ever do it if you're like in high school. Don't do it. It's not.
That would be very fascinating if we actually have high schoolers listening to this. Ooh, I got the old man whistle again.
Oh God.
Honey, you think you're the only one, bitch?
I can't do that on delivery.
I do mean Herbert the Pervert
Yeah.
from this one show by Seth Green. I don't want to say specifics because I honestly
Yeah.
don't know how popular this thing is going to get, and if
Yeah,
you guys ever
yeah.
actually have to take it down because of copyright infringement.
No.
Well, we've
no.
already fucked ourselves, you know, and this episode.
Family Guy!
Just
Family
go
Guy.
for it. Yeah, Family
Yeah.
Guy.
Herbert
No, but
Pervert.
I do think that we are allowed to mention shit like this and
Yeah.
still, you know, it's free promo for
Yeah,
it.
if you very nice.
Thank you.
If you
That was
if you were to
impressive.
sell these, podcasts, it would get taken down right away.
Yeah,
but since this is
but
you're not
I don't
selling
wanna
it,
sell.
it's free.
What
You
kind
can
of...
just make merch if you ever need to like make money because you're on the road or something. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
No, I'm actually thinking about that. I just have to see how it is with my fucking visa here.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here on an F1
Yeah.
visa, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm allowed to run like net shop.
I mean, if you ever make some crew necks, hit me up.
Yeah.
If you ever make any V-necks, hit me up.
I mean, basically, I'm thinking about listening through all of it and finding the most ridiculous ideas that has been balled throughout this and put them on
And make a
fucking t-shirts.
best of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like
Or-
a pattern all across the shirt of just
Yeah,
quotes.
Or you could just do like a outline of a fedora and a neck beard, and that'd be enough.
yeah, but I think the first official episode, once we got past, you know, the fucking pilots getting used to it, I think it
Yeah.
was with Sander. We had this fucking beautiful that I want to make into a t-shirt, which is toddlers with broadswords.
I love it. That's exactly what this
Perfect
is.
amount of offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still wear it in a public place in a non-political work setting.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, that is brilliant.
I want like a fucking like Obama face. Like, you know, his change. I want that with your face and like hedonist.
And a fedora.
And a fedora.
I don't look good in fedoras. I've tried
That's
it.
the best part.
Yeah.
No, but I tried it and I was like, fuck that shit. And I do trim my neck
How
beard.
many people who wear fedoras or trilbies actually look good in them, though?
Indiana Jones looks good in one.
But
Frank Sinatra does.
Yeah, but
Anyone
they're
they had
legitimate.
actual fedoras.
Yeah, they're legitimate people.
Yeah.
But they had actual fedoras.
Yeah,
they
not
the
trilbies.
cheap shit that exists today. And
Like
it's
if you bought your quote unquote fedora at Hot Topic, just know it's not a fedora, it's a trilby. And
Hot
if it's
Topic sells
pinstripe,
them?
yeah, dude. fuck
and if it's pinstripe, you're the biggest kind of
I
douche.
haven't
there
been
is.
in a
Fight
Hot
me.
Topic to
Online.
seriously shop for like 4 years.
Literally, if you own a pinstripe fedora, unsubscribe to the Hedonist. We don't want your kind. We don't want your kind.
Please stick around, but you know, fight us on the internet about this shit. We need to create some fucking controversy.
Controversy. I love that. I
Dig
love
it.
that. This is why I stick around with him.
Amalgam.
What?
Controversy.
No controversy.
Controversy is the way we say it here. But I mean, I'm not saying get out of here, yeah, go back to your own country if you're not going to say controversy the right way. Yeah, no, but I mean, it's just cool. It's cool hearing
I say
English
it the
words
way it's
said.
written and the way it makes sense in my brain. Now, keep in mind, this is my third language. How many do you speak, Sam?
I speak Hebrew, French, and English.
If you're trilingual, you speak 3 languages.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
bilingual, you speak 2 languages. If you speak 1 language, you're American.
Yep.
That is very offensive to Americans.
I don't
I'm
care.
American. I know it's true. I've done 3 semesters, full years of Spanish, and pero un poco puedo hablar solo un poquito y yo estoy muy offensive things to all the
But you
Spanish
guys
speakers.
learned the Hispanic version of Spanish, right?
We live close to a Spanish. We border a Spanish-speaking nation.
Yes.
So
yes.
yes.
So you speak Spanish. If you take fucking Spanish in Sweden or Norway, and I think it's the same in Denmark and Finland as well.
Well, then, you know...
You have to learn Spanish with the lisp. So it's not...
Oh, porque es España.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Con vosotros.
Yeah.
We had a
Actu-
sub like that and it bugged me. I'm sorry. No offense to the... No offense, because I guess that's your that's the dialect, and it's like, I'm not the... that's just my opinion.
Do you know how that came to be, though?
Probably some leader who spoke it like that, or some
Exactly.
like cult,
It
or
was
Yeah.
apparently a king who had a lisp, and people were like, yeah, we should just start speaking like him so you don't feel like a douche.
It probably had more to do with, if you don't speak like me, and if you don't speak like the king, he'll find you and kill you.
Yeah.
It was probably more like that.
Yeah, it might have been. But, you know, that makes sense that it was a king who had a fucking silly lisp, and then everyone was like, yeah, let's make him feel as if he's not the douche.
Yeah.
So he doesn't send the army on us, you know. He speaks with a lisp, let's fucking speak with a lisp.
Con un lisp.
And it's sort of like, una cerveza grande, por favor. And it's sort of like, what the fuck? Why are you making it so hard on yourself? It's fucking horse shit.
So UFO stories.
Yes, UFO stories. You were supposed to tell yours.
Me? Okay. So, me and my ex-boyfriend, he's driving me home, and we're going, I guess it's what? Rises in the east, sets in the west. We're going westbound. And we're on my street, and we're just looking. I guess the stars are somewhat in view while we're driving, so I'm looking at them, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a little kind of blink of light pops up. And there are street lights on my street, but we know it's not a street light because it's very, it's higher in altitude, and it's very obviously just came up right away. And we're like, whoa, that wasn't a plane, it's not exactly a star, it's kind of moving around.
It's a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
So, but then we're kind of looking at it, and it's just kind of like a sprite. Nothing like unsettling. It's just kind of little yellowish light sprite, tiny in the sky. Probably if you were standing right below it, I guess maybe 300 feet in the air. No, maybe more.
Wow.
Probably like 500 to 1,000, I guess. I don't know. Because planes go at what, 30,000?
Yeah.
So probably, maybe not even that, maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
But we're at least a mile or two away from it, we can tell. And then we're looking at it, we're like, oh, that's odd. And then out of nowhere, another sprite pops up next to it, and they're kind of like, not orbiting around each other, but interacting in a way where they're kind of moving around each other. And we're like, what the fuck is this? And at this point, we're at my house, we're in my driveway, the car's doors are locked because for some reason we're freaked out, but also kind of intrigued. I was the one who's more on the precautionary type. Plus, my neighborhood isn't not the safest, but not the best either, so we lock doors.
Yeah.
If we're in cars, wherever we go in this town. So, yeah, don't trust anyone. The house across the street of mine got robbed. That's another fun story of why... if you want me to tell your viewers why you should never house sit, particularly for... Nah, I'm not going to stereotype.
Rough areas.
Not even a rough area. Don't ever house sit for a corner house, and I can tell everyone why if they wish, but I'll finish this story.
Finish the UFO story first.
Okay. So then, these two lights are orbiting, and one poofs away, and then the other poofs away, and we're like, where the did that come from? So then he drops me off at home, we part ways, and then I guess about a week or two later, time-wise, he drops me off again at my house, and almost the exact same thing happens, and at this point we're just like, Lamau, it's the UFO.
Illuminati.
Yeah, pretty much.
Confirmed.
And we're just kind of like, it's a little sprite, it's not unsettling, it's not offensive, it's just there, and it was the same time too, because he drops me off, it was a weeknight, so he dropped me off at the same time because we both had class the next morning. So it was about the same time that it happened, so we're thinking maybe it's like not a weather blimp, but like maybe one of those towers that light up to block planes, we don't know.
Right.
But it was, the way they orbited, they weren't stationary, so it was very like...
Fluid.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
fluid. Like, what the fuck was this? So then...
Another thing that American, just American, our technology is not there to have that kind of fluid, weird...
Yeah,
floppy movement.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically have atmospheric version of the X-Wing in the F-22 Raptor. It has the same sort of capabilities as the X-Wing had in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then, God, what is it? A couple months later, boyfriend's irrelevant at this point. I come home.
Aren't they always?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is why I'm single.
Yeah.
Forever alone.
We're irrelevant.
No, I actually quite enjoy it.
Yeah.
The freedom it gives.
Oh, God, it feels so good.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Incredible.
Dude, I've been single for I don't even know, and I fucking love it. I just hook up with people.
Hookups it's, at this point in my life, it's all I kind of... we can go into relationship views later, but that's all I kind of, I don't really want to
finish
get into
your
anything
UFO
serious.
story.
Sure, yeah, the UFO story.
Okay, so then I'm... Yeah. Same amount of time passes. I feel like with the boyfriend, I can't confirm, but those two separate occasions, I feel like they were on the same day, because we always saw each other and had that routine on, the same days of the week about. Mm-hmm. But I come home around those... I can smell your hair dye. Sam's hair is bright pink.
Yeah,
it's more lemonade now.
It's more lemonade,
yeah,
orangey.
It's like
nice.
Pink lemonade with regular lemonade color and then some orange. I really
he
like
looks
it.
like a cunt.
Frederick, you know what? I'm gonna have to escort you off the set now. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
TLDR, I come home from wherever I am. It's about the same time. I feel like it's still the same weekday, but it happens again. And I'm just like, well, I'm alone now.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. I'm not threatened by it. It's not anything I'm on the offense
and
about.
then it's so kind of spoopy. Takes
a little bit. It's slightly spoopy. I'm just I just don't know what it is. Like what Sam was talking about earlier. You want to find a logical explanation.
Yeah, you
but
always want to. You can't
sometimes do it. I feel like, honestly, there could be some logical explanation, like some kind of drone. I don't know. Drones are popular, so that was my main theory. So maybe,
the Haunted Mansion! I can play that on the piano.
That's beautiful.
I love the Haunted Mansion theme.
But
It's
again,
so scary.
well, I'm still skeptic about that kind of stuff because I don't know. Drones are very prevalent in this kind of area,
I mean, have you
especially
heard of
in
fucking
such
Amazon Prime?
I was
That
about
shit?
to say, in such a technologically laden area
Like
that I
Silicon
live
Valley,
in.
yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they're recording data at the same exact time,
Yeah,
night,
could be.
every so week, or they're around that area.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I just thought about an old meme that I found.
Yeah?
when
Oh,
they
here we
announced
go.
That, which was like, Ahmed, did you order Amazon Prime? No, did you? No. Drone strike!
Oh my god.
Did you order Amazon Prime? No. Did you? No.
Yeah, what is it in London that you can get something off of Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime, and if you're in the London area, they'll deliver it with you within like a couple hours. Is that true?
It's so totally true.
Yeah.
There was this guy.
Loads of
There's a
more
YouTube
money we
video.
are getting.
Yeah. But
fucking
Amazon
horrible.
Prime has like
And your
nothing
UFO
about it.
story.
That's it.
Ah.
I'm not the best storyteller, but maybe being on this podcast I can improve.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you should be a frequent
Yeah,
guest on Hot
absolutely.
Hedonist.
Would be fun.
Yeah, it's fun to have frequent
Viewers,
guests.
listeners.
I'm totally a frequent on the Hedonist.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it. I don't even care.
Yeah, but you
Even
don't
if the
listen
audience
to
gets
the
bored of me, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah. Send your feedback if
Yeah.
you want me back. Let me know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, all the dude bros are like, oh my
No,
god.
I think you know
a
what
girl
probably.
voice.
I thought this about this for a second. What probably turned them off was that I was like, "Oh, Sam, I'm cold," and you were like, "Let me cuddle you."
No, I have a
Because-
few the UFO stories as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
They are very dramatic. One was I was out. I was in junior
That's
high
boob.
school.
Sorry.
I didn't even know.
Okay. Tried to
Sam,
put my arm around her.
You're
Failed.
so gentle. You shouldn't
See,
be so gentle.
honestly, what the thing is, I feel like with guys or like with girls and they're watching something and they're like, oh, you know, guys and girls, they're just like platonically hanging out. I feel like the second something gets like any like relatively intimate, people just lose interest. I don't know. I feel like that's just a me thing.
Yeah,
like when people
yeah.
when it becomes non-platonic, I kind of like lose doubt that people can be platonic if they're of the opposite sex and they're both heterosexual.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so
I mean, you can be, but there will always be some sort of chemistry when you're hanging out with someone. I mean, that is some sort of biological,
Listen up,
evolutionary biology.
fedora rednecks,
Blah.
head beard necks, whatever you neck beards. The end.
It is evolutionary biology have programmed us that when we see a lady as a dude bro or as a man in general up to a certain age, you directly go to, would I fuck her or wouldn't I fuck her?
Yeah.
And
If you're an asshole.
no, that is something that we
Well,
can't
and then there's gay
control.
guys too.
Yeah,
And
but
it goes the same. Yeah, they objectified.
Yas?
Yas.
Or not yas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Gaga. Slay mama. Yes,
the-
Gaga.
Yas, slay.
Slay
They're
mama.
that like group is so done with it
I
now
know,
though. It
I
was
know.
it used
What
to be
the
so
fuck
good.
is this shit?
Oh, it's
So-
the Little Monsters. Lady Gaga's
Monsters?
fan base.
Ugh.
Yeah, the gay
Ugh.
guys would just yell slay at her anytime they saw her. Like in passing, they'd just be like, Slay Gaga!
Yes.
Yes, Gaga! Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's... I'm so glad that I stopped paying attention to shit. I'm so fucking glad. I haven't... This is going to sound like I'm the world's worst fucking hipster. I compensate by watching everything online instead. But I haven't watched television, legitimate television,
No, honestly, I haven't
since
either.
2007.
Yeah, I only watch. I guess I have technically, but I watch it in passing if I'm in the kitchen. I don't feel like bringing out my laptop or other digital medium that I can watch my shows on.
Yeah.
If I'm like cooking an egg and it's 10 minutes, I'll be like, "What's on TLC? Oh, say yes to the dress. Fuck me. Whatever. I just want noise in the kitchen. Whatever."
Yeah, yeah.
I can't do that because whenever I put something on, I get sucked into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. If I'm listening to a podcast, I get completely fucking sucked into that. I can't interact with the outside world because it is something that is interesting. When I watch a series, I get completely sucked in because moving images. This is nice.
Yeah. I get that. It's more of a sensory thing with me, but I understand.
Yeah, I just fucking disappear into it. I forget everything I'm supposed to do. That was my reason for stopping having a television.
That's good. That's impressive, actually, to be able to cut that out of your life, because that's a huge part of this culture.
Yeah,
Especially, were you even living in America at this point?
No, this was Sweden.
I guess any culture that uses television, to cut that out, is impressive.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just natural for me because I was so tired of the fucking commercials. The fucking ads running all the fucking time.
I don't
because
like commercials.
Yeah, I can't listen to the radio.
that is why the fucking internet is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Because you can
Ad block.
Yeah, ad block. You can also just put something on and not have to deal with fucking commercials because there are loads of fucking free services. And usually if there are commercial snippets on YouTube, you can always click skip commercial after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a 12-second ad.
Yeah.
I mean, I can deal with that, especially if I like someone's channel. It's a good way of supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
You just
UFO stories.
yes, UFO stories. Junior high, I was playing golf in junior high.
Yeah.
And I was
Of course
out.
Yeah.
I was out just for the hell of it on a small grass field outside of our house.
Some grassy knolls.
Yes, some grassy knolls. And the babushka woman was there taking pictures of me.
Yes, of course.
But basically, I was practicing my swing. And then I look up as I'm ready to head back inside, and I see this fucking bright light that is like a mile away, it feels like, and it's getting brighter and brighter. And as it draws closer, it first splits up into 2 sections.
Oh, wow.
And they go out and then they meet again, and then as it draws even closer...
So perhaps like 2 orbs is what I'm picturing in my head?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as it gets even closer, it spreads out until even more orbs. So all of a sudden you have this fucking triangle
Some sort
consisting
of
of 4 ships.
diffraction.
Yes.
Another triangle incident,
Yep,
as
yep.
told by Sam.
Yeah.
Yes.
The triangle, for some reason, a lot of people see these things in triangles.
Yes, and it kept on doing that.
Cue
Just more and more,
Goosebumps music.
more and more
Yeah.
symmetry.
Fucking. Yeah.
What the fuck?
My apologies.
Yeah, anyway. No, but, and then just as it's about to fucking pass over me, it disappears. Everything just fucking disappears.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Have I gotten something in me, like eaten something bad?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Have I been, like stung by a bunch of wasps and are now lying, dying, fucking hallucinating?
Yeah.
And I went inside and I was like, yeah, I saw this. And my mum was like, yeah, you should fucking report that to the military.
Yeah.
Which I did. And it was like the 20th call.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And it was sort of like, yeah, we have this information. Move like this and this. Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah. And it was like...
Spoops.
Spoopy.
Spoops and goobs.
Second time I saw a UFO was actually here. I got to borrow a friend's car and I was driving through the fucking hills. Just because I could.
Me.
Because I got to borrow a car.
I did that yesterday. Oh my god.
Tags
That
backslash
was
about
tonight. That was like hours ago. I don't usually stay up. Like, I don't usually not go to sleep, so this is weird. But yeah, I straight up watched the sunset, like this past sunset, and I drove in the hills.
me.
Anyways,
Cool.
Yeah.
again.
No, but I was up in the hills and it was a fucking convertible. So I just fucking drove till there was no more light pollution. Sat
Wow.
back and I lit a cigarette. Was listening to, I think, fucking Queens of the Stone Age.
Hmm.
And as I'm sitting there fucking watching the beautiful fucking night sky, you can start hearing this fucking low frequency hum
Oh, wow.
starting to pulsate back and forth.
Especially since, I don't know your age, but as you get older, you can't hear frequencies as much anymore.
Mhm.
Do you
Like
think
lower
I'm that old?
frequencies. I honestly,
That's
I
old to
don't
you,
know.
youngling.
Young
I mean,
lass.
I'm not hearing like that annoying mosquito noise we always used to play on our phones in middle school. Like,
yeah,
I
I
can't
don't hear
really.
it anymore.
Yeah, so I mean,
I can hear that.
I'm relatively young, so
Yeah.
no age printing.
Yeah, no, but I call it this low frequency hum anyway. And then all of a sudden,
from the other side of the fucking hill, like lower, all of a sudden it lights up, and then you can see the light moving very quickly away,
Wow.
and then it goes up into the fucking sky and it disappears.
Drone.
Yeah, man.
I was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
I
man.
almost shat myself. I seriously almost shat myself. That was fucking horrific.
Yeah.
What?
I was just saying we should wrap it up because it's 3:41.
Yeah, shit.
3:53 actually.
Holy hell.
So,
Well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was somewhat a Halloween special,
of course it was.
Yeah, that's what makes the special and Halloween special.
Yeah, and you need to send me the songs.
I will. I'll do it right when I get home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But I am getting tired and I have a little bit of a drive ahead of me. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all listeners, it's time for us to fuck off.
Yep.
So you can also fuck off.
Yeah,
For the time
fuck
being.
yourself. I hate all of you.
we are going to play some music now.
Yep.
And then post-show announcements, which will basically tell you to like us on every fucking platform you can.
Yep.
Anyway,
we love you.
we love you. Go fuck yourselves.
Thank you for having me. All right. Good night.
Pleasure.
Don't forget to check out our blog, which is thehedonistpodcast.wordpress.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Hedonist Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/The Hedonist Pod. Until next time, happy Halloween.